This episode of Dan 3.0 is brought to you by Netflix. Hey there, camera. Hey there, world. How you doing? How was your weekend? Was it good? Hope it was good. Mine was pretty good. Allow me to tell you about it. Let's travel back in time to this Saturday. This Saturday, I went to San Francisco's annual Chinese New Year parade. And I mean, I could introduce that task right here, right now, except I already filmed myself introducing that task on Saturday. So I guess I might as well roll the clip of me introducing that on Saturday. Ni hao, Shirtia. That is Mandarin Chinese, and a super special thank you to YouTube username Ragamuffins13 for teaching me how to do that. Today is Saturday, February 19th. It hasn't stopped raining for the better part of a week now, but rain or shine, today is San Francisco's Chinese New Year parade, and a couple of tasks have risen up the decision engine pretty quickly these past couple of weeks, saying that I should go there and check it out, so I'm about to go there and check it out. So on Saturday, it had been raining all day. By the time the New Year's parade rolled around, it wasn't raining quite as hard, but it was still drizzling, so everyone had umbrellas out, which made it a little bit difficult to see. Umbrellas are big and opaque. Now, I didn't do any research at all into the Chinese New Year before going to the parade, so I didn't even know the very basic fact that it is the year of the rabbit, the year of the hare. But I picked up on that very quickly based on the fact that all of the cute kids they put towards the beginning of the parade were dressed up as rabbits, bunnies, hares. There were lots of cute little kids. There were lots of politicians in fancy cars throwing out candy and just waving. Typical parade stuff. But then things got pretty sweet. Then there were like dragons, and then more dragons, and then even more dragons. At one point in the parade, there were 4 girls that had like those Chinese yo-yo things. They didn't do anything that was particularly spectacular when they were like right next to where I was, which was a little bit of a bummer because I mean, I've never actually messed with any of those Chinese yo-yo things, but I mean, I solve Rubik's Cubes, I jump on pogo sticks, I can juggle, so I mean, I've always thought that those Chinese yo-yos would be the sort of toy that would be kind of up my alley. And then, okay, the next thing is kind of strange, kind of weird. Kind of bizarre. People were walking, down the parade dressed in traditional Chinese garb, except that they had these oversized heads. Now, I'm not familiar with the cultural significance of these large-headed people, and actually, if you are, I would be curious to know, so post a comment below. But all I could think of when they were walking past was, if I was an infant right now, I would be crying, because this is terrifying. After a while, I mean, the way that parades work is people are in like groups, and then they walk like 100 feet, and then they sort of stop and do their thing, and then they keep going. But that got really slow at a certain point, and I was also getting pretty cold, particularly my feet. My feet were cold. That's when I decided to start walking along the parade route, except in the opposite direction that the parade was going, so that even if the parade wasn't moving particularly quickly, like, I still saw all of it relatively quickly. And moving got some blood pumping in my feet, so I wasn't like frozen anymore. There were fireworks. There were floats, and there were hundreds of people smarter than I was who managed to cram into the Macy's department store and watch the parade from there, where it was like warm and not raining. Overall, the parade was a wonderful experience. It was very cool. Thank you guys for sending me. I mean, this is a San Francisco-y neat cultural experience that the first I heard about it was when I saw the tasks in the decision engine. So seriously, great way to spend a Saturday evening. I've got to say though, as someone who has been to China, probably the most China-like experience of the whole Chinese New Year's parade was actually just getting through the crush of people as the parade was ending. Things were a little bit dense, a little bit compact, a little bit close. Lots of people in my bubble. It was like sardines. It was very intimate. I could smell other people's breath. I feared for my life. So that was Saturday. Yesterday was Sunday. What did I do Sunday? Sunday afternoon. I hung out with some YouTubers from Florida. Always Text Back, Outback Zach, and Scott Kinmartin TV. I went with my buddy Dorian to pick them up from the airport, and we hung out during the afternoon. We went to lunch. And I don't know if you remember, but last week I was a vegetarian. I wasn't allowed to have any meat, but vegetarian week ended yesterday, so lunch was the very first meal that I was where I had any meat. So I ordered a goddamn cheeseburger, and Scott filmed my very first bite of meat in over a week.
Oh my god. I might just have to get one.
Meat. So Vegetarian Week, it's now over. My thoughts? First of all, a huge thank you to you guys for all of your help. You posted lots of comments and video responses with advice and recipes helping me get through Vegetarian Week, and I know I only featured like one of them, but I seriously used multiple. I ate a lot of pasta. These nuts were very good for protein, but one of you warned me not to eat too many nuts or else I would get constipated, and I really appreciate that advice too. But Vegetarian Week, I've tried being a vegetarian for a week. What do I think? All due respect to vegetarians out there. Sometimes, it's a health thing. Sometimes it's a moral thing. Sometimes it's like a global warming thing. I don't even know. Personally, I'm an omnivore. I am of the opinion that if cows and chickens and turkeys and pigs didn't want to be eaten, they wouldn't make themselves so delicious. Vegetarian Week demonstrated to me that it is within my abilities. If I wanted to, I could be a vegetarian. But it also demonstrated to me that I love meat. First bite of that burger, probably not the best moment of my life, but easily top 5. Okay, let's see, I have a list written out, and there are 4 things I want to cover before the end of this video. First is decision engine admins. For the past 2 months, I have been meeting with 4 members of the Pogo tribe over Skype once a week to go through the decision engine, to talk about tasks, to come up with just kind of a rough game plan for Dan 3.0 based on audience feedback. Now, the first batch of decision engine admins, their term is up, so I want to take a moment here to give them an enormous thank you. Christian from Texas, Rob from Pennsylvania, Brittany from Minnesota, Dan from New Zealand. All of their information is in the doobly-doo, so check them out. Say thank you to them, and from me to you, thank you. You have been an enormous help to this project. The project has improved greatly over the past couple of months, and that is in no small part thanks to your help. Now it is time to start the process over again. I'm looking for the second batch of decision engine admins. I would encourage you to apply if you keep up with the show, you check the decision engine with relative frequency, you want to be a part of the show even further, and if you would be willing and able to dedicate an hour a week to a Skype call. It's pretty low commitment. If you're interested in applying to be a decision engine admin, please post a video response to this video explaining why you think I should choose you to be a decision engine admin. Do it. Next thing, t-shirt contest finalists. A while back, I accepted a task to have Dan 3.0 t-shirts. I let you guys submit designs in a contest. I have selected the finalists. I'm going to allow you to vote on them. Voting will last through this Friday. I will announce the winner on Friday, so not through Friday, through Thursday. On Friday, winner will be announced. This design was sent in by Bad Speller 101. This design was sent in by Zippy the Wild One. This design was sent in by Josh, and this design was sent in by Amy. I have set up a poll. There is a link in the doobly-doo. Go ahead and vote, and whichever one has the most votes at the end of the day Thursday will be our winner. Next thing I would like to talk about is that in the final decision engine admin Skype call that we had, the admins pointed out to me that there were many, many tasks submitted to the decision engine suggesting that I should do a live show at least once a week. So this Thursday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. I will be doing a live show on Ustream. There's a link to that in the doobly-doo as well. I will remind you in Wednesday's episode, but you should also follow me on Twitter because I will tweet about it. I'll tweet when I'm about to go live. Doobly-doo. All the information's in the doobly-doo. And the last thing I would like to talk about, this is a little bit unprecedented. This is the first time I've ever done this. I submitted a task to the decision engine. I received an email from YouTube last week inviting me to go to YouTube headquarters this week. I would very much like to do that. The Farrelly brothers are going to be there. I think I'm pronouncing their name right. They're screenwriters and directors. They've done movies like Dumb and Dumber and There's Something About Mary. I'm allowed to bring my camera, so if you guys approve, if you give me permission, I think it would make for a pretty good Dan 3.0 segment. There is a link to that in the doobly-doo. Vote if you please. But okay, all right. That was everything that I wrote down that I wanted to talk about. I know that there was a lot of information in this episode, so I mean, if your brain is melting at this point, I'm sorry. This episode of Dan 3.0 has been made possible by Netflix. With over 20 million members, Netflix is the world's largest subscription service, sending DVDs by mail and streaming television shows and movies instantly over the internet. For one low monthly price, Netflix members can receive unlimited DVDs by mail and have unlimited TV shows or movies streamed to their computer or to their TV through a Netflix-ready device like an Xbox, a Wii, a PlayStation 3. You can can keep the DVDs as long as you'd like. There are never any late fees or due dates. And I speak from experience here. I have it, I use it, I love it. I've been watching a lot of Beavis and Butthead on my instant queue recently. And as a viewer of Dan 3.0, you can receive a free trial membership by heading on over to netflix.com/pogobat and use that URL so that they know that I sent you. Anywho, that just about does it for me for today. Thank you oh so very much for watching this episode of Dan 3.0. Tune in again on Wednesday, or else I'm going to give you a big hug.